Happy Tuesday, Brain Trust. Have you ever felt meh about going into your day job and wondered, is this really my passion? Was this what I was meant for? I could be having way more fun doing something else like baking or making an Etsy arts and crafts thing or really just driving an Uber or something. In this segment, we're going to switch it up a bit. We're not going to talk about mental optimization, which is supremely important, as we know, but we're going to talk about the benefits of a side hustle and how it has become way more institutionalized and accepted than ever before. Ever since COVID, there's been a massive uptick in new side businesses being created because everyone is working from home. They had the flexibility to do so. And I've done a lot of research and I found that it is 100% legally permissible to launch your own company or LLC while you're employed by another company. There is no law banning that in any state. And the only thing you have to pay attention to is making sure you don't run afoul of any employment contract provisions, such as non compete, we're using company property for your outside work, or doing outside work during your day job hours. So as long as you pay attention to those things, you can definitely do a side job. And in fact, you can have multiple side jobs, right? I'm sure you guys have heard the concept of moonlighting. That's from like way in the past when doctors and all would like work at night because they had extra bandwidth. But that's one example of how this has been happening for decades, but now it's just become much easier due to AI and a lot of other sophisticated tools like Shopify. So I I did a side hustle and it really gave me a lot of passion. And it kind of like helped me feel more energized in my day to day about going to my actual day job because I knew that this wasn't the only thing defining my identity, right? Like, have you ever been in a room with people and you hear about them talking about their job and it seems so interesting or so lucrative and you're like, man, I'm stuck in this dead end job. But if you have a side hustle, you can think, hey, at least I have my own unique thing that only I can master, and that has the potential to become extremely lucrative. That's a cool thing about a side hustle. It provides an awesome hedge to your current job, meaning if you lose your current job, you have some sort of income, right? And if you still are holding down your current job, it's even better because you have supplemental income that you can use to fund trips and purchases and things like that. And really, I think it's a great form of creative expression. I think a lot of times you hear about people getting burnt out because they're doing the same thing over and over at a bureaucratic job where their boss is asking for things and not really explaining why, or putting them in the room where they make the decisions. Side job, you are the boss. You get to do things based on your worldviews and your unique intuition. So just to wrap it up, the four main things that I think that reasons why I like side hustles can be extremely lucrative, energizes you, provides supplemental income, and can be a hedge against you losing your job. I really want to hear what your guys' side hustles are. What would you like to focus on if you had the time? And what tools do you think you would need in order to get that done? Would love to hear those thoughts in the comments, and I can riff on what I think would help. Hope you guys have an awesome night, and can't wait to talk to you next time. And feel free to share this video and like it if you thought it was great.